I'm Grant Boone with ACU women's basketball coach Julie Goodenough and junior low-post player Sydney Shelstead after a thrilling 72-70 victory over Southeastern Louisiana on this Sunday at Moody. Let's begin, Sydney, with you. Playing without Lizzie Dimba for a second straight game, it seems like whatever it takes to win, your team is going to do, and you found a way today. Take me through the emotions of a close game.
Well, when something's down the wire, everybody's like freaking out. They kind of say, I would say you get stressed out, but it made us more intense, and one of our keys was defensive intensity. So, we put pressure on the ball and made sure that we contested every shot and tried to box out as much as we could.
You're a little hoarse from 3 sing-song performances. She was Wonder Woman in sing-song this weekend, and you played like it today. Your 6th double-double of the season, 24 points and 10 rebounds. You got a great shot, I thought, from Southeastern Louisiana, and you and I were just talking. You're going to get that, aren't you, every night in the Southland Conference?
Yeah, every night. It just shows that you can't underestimate anyone. Everyone's, trying to get into the tournament, or they're just trying to get some wins, so it's going to show you how every team's going to try and win. They're going to try and give you your best shot every night, so we got to make sure we do the things we're supposed to do and make sure team first.
Well, this team has now won 22 games. It's the most that an ACU women's team has had since 1999. You were just a wee lass running around. But now you've got a shot. 4 games to go, and I would imagine the eyes remain on the prize, right, for first place in the conference?
Of course. They never go away. We're always, but it doesn't matter. We're just trying to make sure team first wins and that we brace adversity that we see every night, because we're going to see it. And just like you said, every team's going to give us our best shot. So we got to make sure we're doing that, and we're doing our best to play together.
Let's talk to your coach. Julie, you were saying earlier about the new normal. There is a new normal now without Lizzie Dimba, and really any which way you can is one way you could describe it, right, these days without Lizzie?
Yeah, this is the new normal. We need to figure out how to, move on and continue being successful without Lizzie. She was a big part of our team, stat-wise. It's hard to replace her stats, hard to replace her post presence. But like Sydney said, we face a lot of adversity tonight, and just really proud of the way our team handled themselves, especially in the second half. We were in new territory, being down at halftime in our own gym, and so we came back, started knocking shots down. I was really pleased by the way our players got to the free throw line once again against Southeastern and hit big free throws, especially down the stretch. That was their opportunity to get back in the game, is putting us on the free throw line, and we were able to knock those down, those kind of critical free throws down the stretch. So really, really big win for us today.
28 of 33 from the free throw line. The ACU women's team #1 in the nation in free throw attempts, and they got to the line, again, 33 times today. Anytime you would lose a starter, it would be big. But a game like this, her presence was really missed, wasn't it? A tough game on the glass?
Very much so. This was a really tough mismatch for us without Lizzie, because of Southeastern's big post presence in there. They have some good scoring threats on the block, as well as, obviously excellent offensive rebounders. So it was a huge mismatch for us to play against them today.
You've had a boatload of what I would call pretty wins. This is kind of a media thing. Pretty wins. It to me speaks really highly of you and your staff and your team, that you can win some games that don't always look so pretty. Today, I would say, would be among those that aren't the prettiest. You didn't shoot it very well in the first half, but you just found a way. There's something to be said for that, isn't there?
Absolutely. I think that is a good measuring tool for just the character of your team. Things were not going our way in the first half. We didn't let it get us down at halftime. We came back and corrected some mistakes. So it's, a huge win for us. And, we just want to continue moving forward and just working together as a team, putting the team first. And, this was our ESPN 3 game, yes. And we really didn't want people flipping over to other games. And so we kind of kept them on the hook there in the second half. And,
I'll buy that.
Yeah. And so, we worked on that in our game plan. No, we didn't. So it was a great win. Like you said, it wasn't a pretty win, but our team really had to gut check it out to pull this one out today.
And now a tough test coming up Wednesday at Houston Baptist, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Houston Baptist will give us their best effort. They're in the hunt and just trying to jockey for the very best bracket position in Katy, and the more wins they can get, the better off they'll be seated. And so, and obviously they're protecting their home court as well. It'll be a really big battle for sure.
Huge third quarter for ACU on Sunday. It scored 25 points in the first half combined, 27 in the third. Paris Webb, a career high in rebounds. For Sydney Shelstead and Susie Dimba, their 6th double-doubles of the season and the 22nd win of the year for ACU, which remains alone in first place atop the Southland Conference at 13-1. For Sydney Shelstead and Julie Goodenough, I'm Grant Boone.